Today we're actually at the Fishbone Off-Road Studio. We're in North Lima, Ohio, and I've got Jason here. He's the lead engineer, and we've got a brand new JL bumper. So I'm super excited to see this. Our plastic bumper on our JL just isn't cutting it anymore. So Jason, you want to go over some of the specs of this bumper?
Yeah, the cool thing about this bumper is we've actually designed it so you can use your factory fog lights, and we can use either the LED or the halogen fog lights. So it doesn't matter which version came with your Jeep, or if you decide to upgrade later, they'll fit. We got all the hardware, everything you need to put those on here. We also have a built-in winch plate, so that's ready to go. As soon as you get your new winch plate, put it on there, you get going. We got auxiliary light mounts up here. We got a couple down here. There's even holes down through the tube so you can run your lighting and all your wires be hidden. I think it's also made out of 3/16 plate steel, so it's nice and durable. We got our D-ring mounts up front, so all of our bumpers also come with the D-rings, so you don't have to buy that as an aftermarket accessory either. So
yeah, I'm really liking the crinkle coat finish too. That seems like a very durable coat, and also that you can take the factory fog light. So a lot of the bumpers, you know, they don't really have the factory fog light mounts, so to be able to just unscrew yours and put them right back in, I think that's perfect.
Yep.
With that being said, what do you say we rip off the plastic bumper and get it installed?
Yeah, let's go.
Awesome. We're at the front of our JL, and the first step is going to be to remove the trim panel in between the grille and the bumper. Let's get a trim removal tool and get started. On here, this trim panel is held on by some push pins. We're going to pull out the inner centers of them to get them removed. There's one back here on this side, one back farther here, and then about 6 up front. Now just pull out the center section and then you get the whole thing out. Pull this inner section out, then get underneath the base, pull that out, then repeat the same process on all the rest of them.
So now we got the clips out of there, we'll go ahead and pull the plastic out.
The harness for your fog lights are going to be on the passenger side outer frame rail. To get this unclipped, you have to push down here and then pull this section out. We're going to use an 18mm socket to get all 4 of these bolts off. There's 2 on the outside of each frame rail. We're going to start with this passenger side, then we'll get the driver's side off as well. There's 4 bolts on each frame rail that hold these into place, 2 on the outside and then 2 on the inside. Let's get this passenger side off first, and then we'll do the driver's side. Make sure you get these inside nuts off as well. Now let's ditch this factory front bumper.
All right, first thing we're gonna wanna do is take out the factory fog lights here. So we'll unclip both sides. And then using a T20 Torx, we'll go ahead and unmount this thing.
Now we're going to remove all 4 of these bolts. There's 2 on each side with a 13mm socket. Pull this inner bracing off by picking it straight up. For some reason, in our case, we didn't have these little retention clips that actually hold this plate down to that inner framework. Luckily for us, I don't know if it was a mishap or what, but to get this off, you're gonna need a small flathead screwdriver. It will take a little bit, but get these off first if yours has them on the JL. Pull the factory hook off, and then we're gonna use a trim removal tool to get the factory harness for the fog lights off. The factory halogen bulb will go right into the location here. There's a hole right here and 2 on the outside. You're going to use the included hardware to get these tightened up. Grab the provided Phillips screw. Now these are actually threaded, so they just go right in. Make sure you got your washer and your lock washer on there. Get them nice and tight.
All right, so as you can see, we already installed the JL halogen factory fog, but if you've decided to upgrade to the LED version, we have provisions to let you mount these with no problem at all. We have the provided hardware in the kit. The only thing to note is the right hand side is going to actually go on the left side of your bumper here, so that'll go right there, and the reason we did that was just to make clearance for the winch plate. To use the factory harness, we got to pop this connector off and put it on the other side so we have enough length in the harness. So you pop that one off there. There's another one up under here. Okay, so we're gonna take this gray tab. There's a factory hole down in here. We'll go ahead and push that in there. And then the connector, there's this nice little square hole down here that'll fit in and hold that all in place.
Let's get this bumper installed. Perfect. We're gonna use the provided stainless steel hardware that comes with the bumper with a washer, lock washer, and then your stainless steel nut on the backside. Same on the outside of the frame rail, washer, lock washer, then your stainless steel nut.
So we're gonna go ahead and tighten all 8 bolts with their 17mm socket.
Last step, reconnect your fog light harness. One last thing I almost forgot, every Fishbone bumper comes with a set of D-rings, which is really great for a front bumper. Let's get them on, and that'll be it. Well, Jason, that's it. This bumper's installed. It looks great on the front end of our JL. I'm super happy with the fit and finish. What do you think?
Yeah, it's great. We designed this so it'd be nice and easy for the end user to install, give you all the hardware so you don't have to reuse any of the factory stuff. Eventually this stuff's gonna start rusting just like the JK, the TJ. And then the fog lights, you know, those are your factory fogs, all wired in. Wiring was simple, plug and play.
Yeah, and that's a great feature too. The fog lights are nice in there. It's got a winch plate on it. We've got some room up here for some accessory lights, so when we're out on the trail, we can add some extra lights, a light bar up to the front. Super happy with this bumper. Plus, it only takes about an hour to get it installed with some basic hand tools. And you can find this bumper as well as many other great parts for your JL right here at cjponyparts.com. Hope you enjoyed that video. To stay up to date on our CJ Off-Road videos, make sure to subscribe up top here. And for any other installs, make sure to click the link right above.